Hey, it's me, Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to episode 5 of Cherry Magic, and we're going domestic today. We're going domestic. Karen's older, younger? I don't remember. Karen's sister is kicking him out of his own place to be a little Cupid, that's what she is. But I'm excited to see how this episode's gonna go. Are we gonna get closer in the relationship? So without further ado, let's go. I'm starting to fall in love with it. Oh my god. Ah!
ผมชอบอาชีนะ
Okay, so that was our reaction to episode 5 of Cherry Magic, and a very interesting episode because what I expected from this point is I expected this to be, I think I talked about this last episode, this is gonna be a more of a slower pace kind of show. We're gonna slowly get to this relationship point where they're gonna get closer and closer and closer. They kind of in a safe area where they're like kind of close and friends and stuff like that, because he's obviously Achi hears Karen's thoughts and everything. He's closer and closer, and then maybe at one point they're gonna be boyfriends at one point. But I feel like it's going in a very interesting direction. I think it's slightly different from the other series. Is that this episode, okay, the past at the beginning when Achi found out that Karen likes him, he kind of was really scared because he's never expected somebody as quote unquote amazing, this god tier kind of worker person will ever look at him or wants to be even friends, not alone liking him at that point. So he's all freaking out, and then he gets to know Karen and gets to be around him, and he's realizing, oh, maybe I'm not as bad. But he's the way that Karen treats him, the way that Karen talks about him, he's oh, okay, he sees himself better, but he also understands Karan better too, and they kind of got this into this comfortable zone where they're as she kind of said at the beginning of the episode, they're comfortable with each other. He doesn't really know what his feeling is, and it's liking of him, but he just doesn't understand it fully yet. But he's very comfortable with him, and I thought that position was really nice, and I want to continue on that kind of I feel comfortable with him. I'm not really sure what that means though, kind of feeling for this whole episode. But when he saw that reaction, the thought of oh my god, married life and everything, he kind of freaked out again because he just got comfortable with Achi kind of being quote unquote friends with him, but Karin on a whole nother level, oh, married couple kind of thing, and it freaked him out even more. He's oh shit, that deep, what the heck, and he got scared because he's probably never felt this kind of feelings before or understood this kind of feeling before. So he's and then he started distancing himself, bring Rocket, and then now Karen is feeling uncomfortable and jealous of the situation, and it's similar to how when he first found out Achi found out that Karen likes him, he kind of backed up and kind of forgot to think about Karen's feelings a little bit. But in this episode he still thought about him a little bit, oh, he's oh, it's cute that you're jealous. Is he jealous? And and then he was trying to do it, but just trying to be nice and be caring for him at the same time, but at the same time distancing himself. But I think at that point when he tries to distance himself afar, he kind of forgets about Karen's feeling a little bit, and he kind of hurt Karen's feeling even without being aware of it, because Karen is kind of just being over the top a little bit, I would say, about his feelings for him. And just being all that, and getting closer to Achi and everything, Karen personally, he's I want to be with this person. I'm already this close. What if I put one step forward? I think he got the courage when he got jealous. He's I can't lose this. He's enjoyed that special moment he has with Achi. He can't lose it. So he's I'm gonna say it right here, right now. He decides to tell him that he likes him, and I like the confidence he has in this, because I feel he's always been kind of backhanded a little bit in that in the confidence era when it comes to love. He has this very confident persona with work and everything, but romantic stuff like that, he's not as confident in it. And I'm just it's just really interesting to see oh, he actually went for it, because I didn't expect him to go out and all say I like you and stuff like that. And I feel next episode where we're gonna go into more of Karan and like his like struggles at the workforce. It's not everything is 100%, not everything is perfect for him. There's other things that are obviously going on, and we're going to learn more about that. And I feel like the person that's going to be able to protect and help him is going to be Achi, and like it's going to bring the relationship even closer. And in this whole series so far, just learning to understand each other, like there is magical like powers to help, being a helping hand in the situation. But like I think the basis of the story is, you can never judge a person by its cover. You gotta, you can't even judge yourself by the way you want to be judged. It's like what is that like there's this like thing where you I forget if it's a fallacy or not, but like the way you look at yourself the way you think other people is looking at you. And I think that's the way that Ashi has been looking at himself. And like that's like the struggle part, because like he's always like pushing himself down, and like Karan has his own struggle and everything. And like these two people are just like, you're learning about themselves at the same time they're learning about each other, and it's gonna make their relationship stronger. And like that's how they're gonna get closer, how they kind of like become partners and everything, and how they're like kind of a perfect match for each other, because they both struggle with things that like each other could help them with. So yeah. And then I really enjoy this episode with Rock and Min's story. I think it's really nice to see, because like as you guys know, I'm a K-pop fan, and this might be controversial for saying this, but I've always like sometimes some like a trainee or an idol will leave a group, and then people will always, the first thing that people always say, it's because the company's mistreating you, or the company's forcing you to do this and that, so the company doesn't want you, so you're leaving, and stuff like that. And I like, there is obviously 100% mistreatment in a lot of K-pop, and the K-pop industry in general. There's a lot, but at the same time, there are a lot of idols out there who decide to try this idol life out and realize they don't like it. And I think the biggest example is Treasure. I was a big fan of Treasure. I'm not really into music, it's kind of so I haven't been listening to them as much anymore, but I was a big fan of Treasure. And then when Mashio and when Yadam left, I'm like, whoa. And then people were like, there's so many different speculations out there, and I'm like, it's not hard to see that they aren't happy with the way they are. Like it's like people were not like the company came out with a statement saying that they don't want to be idols anymore, and the people were like, oh, just because they did have these like various different like rumors and things about saying, oh, the company mistreated, the company doesn't want it, the company doesn't deserve them and stuff like that. I'm like, it's plain and simple. It's not that hard to understand. And sometimes people don't know what they want until they don't have it and stuff like that. And like people saying, oh, because Yadam and Mashi trained it for so many years and stuff, that why would they just leave right now? You're training for so many years. A lot of time people would do something for a very long time, because as humans we are like hardwired to believe that if we spend more time doing it, it's gonna be more satisfying, and we've put so much energy in something, we should continue and finish it. So for Yadam and Mashi, and for many other idols, the training period is so hard and rigorous that once they debuted it, it's like it's supposed to be satisfying. But like once you realize you're at this position where you're debuted, and you're like, oh, that's not the choice I want it to be. It's not, and that you decide to leave. And like it's not like a bad thing if they choose not to go that path. And like in this story for Rock, is that he does have that choice of continue this path that he thinks he might not be happy doing, because he might not know if there's success, because there's no future in, like he doesn't see a future there, or to the different path that he sees the future in. Like though he's still passionate about like being an idol, being in a band and stuff like that, but he knows what's right for him, what he wants. And a lot of time doing what's right is more important, I think, instead of like continuing a path that you continue working for. So people are like, because like even in his mindset, in Rock's mindset, he thinks that he's abandoning that kind of feel that the effort that he's been putting up for so long. But it's just that it just didn't fit him at that point in life, in that position he was in at that time. He didn't think it was the right choice for him, and he wasn't happy where he was right now. He chose to go somewhere else. And like it's a natural human like response to feel upset and feel kind of regretful of leaving something behind, but it's now in reality it's probably gonna be better for you. Like there's always like situations where you're gonna you'll regret something that you could have done, but in many choices you know what you really want, and your mind and your body will know where to go. So it's like it's a really beautiful like topic to talk about too, and just like I like it. You know, it's kind of different talking about idol and like a person. Like it's not talked about a lot like in like dramas and stuff like that. So it's nice to see that's in the show, just talking about that. But yeah, it's a really nice, fun, like kind of drama conflict within this whole series that's like more lighthearted and more fun and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my reaction pretty much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social media link down below. See you next time. Bye.